whisper praise with the wind. Hey, the nights and birds and less worn utter. Autumn leaves crackled under Thomas Hartford's boots as he emerged from the smoldering ruins. Silver red ceaseless emery, secret cricket kinship. The distant hum of traffic underlies the cricket's serenade, soothing and haunting. Jake inhales deeply, then releases a long sigh as if shedding unseen burdens. A history of regrets and directionless roads. He collapses onto a weathered picnic bench, his eyes seeking solace lift to the heavens. Lord of mercy, what am I doing out here? He whispers, his voice quivering, his words fragile, bowing his head. He cradles it in his hands, fingers intertwining like ancient roots, grappling for sustenance. He prays, words fragmental. He prays, words fragmental. Rain's lament, rain mingled with his tears, washing over soot-stained remnants on his skin. The cool droplets were a gentle absolution. He listened, straining to hear divine whispers, seeking guidance. An elderly man shuffled past, his eyes warm with understanding, sharing the burden of silent prayer. The man's presence brought solace, a reminder Thomas was not alone. The rain's patter became a gentle percussion, a prelude to Thomas's plea. Lord of mercy, show me how to let go. I can't carry this alone. The words rose in a quiet plea for guidance, carried on the wind to the heavens. As the rain lifted, so did the shadows in Thomas's heart. The clouds parted, revealing a cleansed sky. Spring buds peeking through autumn ground. The wind carried warmth, guiding Thomas towards gratitude. He felt a divine nudging, a stirring of leaves leading him back to light. In weeks that followed, Thomas shared his journey and the child's drawing at the community center. Each conversation was a balm to his soul, an exchange woven with compassion. He slowly transformed sorrow into praise, each breath a gift from God. Autumn leaves, spring winds. Thomas met with the child's family, sharing stories, laughter and tears. Together they planted a small tree, nurturing its growth amidst fallen leaves. It stood as a testament to resilience and grace, a living symbol of hope and renewal. Thomas learned to whisper praises with the wind, his prayers mingling with rustling leaves. A dialogue with the shepherd of his soul. Hope flickered within him, its glow, a reminder of light unquenched by shadow. The wind carried his whispers, a symphony of gratitude and faith, reaching beyond the earthly realm. Gracious Lord, guide my steps through the shadows. May my ears remain open my heart embrace the courage to praise. In each breath let me find your grace. Amen. 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 Dawn's first light unveiled a city scarred, smoke sacred memory clinging to my jacket. The night had been a brutal struggle, a merciless fire devouring dreams. Each flame mocked our efforts, leaving charred ruins and displaced lives scattered in the morning light. Winter air clenched my throat as I stood in the remnants of a home, ash crunching like snow underfoot. There amidst the wreckage lay a child's drawing, half burned but vivid, an image of family beneath a clear sky, untouched by loss. My heart ached, survivor's guilt heavy, Lord of mercy. I whispered my plea, hanging unanswered in the air, suspended between despair and fragile hope, the drawing quivering like a flag in the breeze. The family we failed to save haunted me, each collapse and siren wail, an unending loop of despair. Guilt clung like smoke, seeping into my spirit, yet amidst the burden I felt drawn to kneel at the drawing, the lone color in a gray world. God of hope, guide me. My hoarse prayer cracked the silence, tears mingling with the vibrant colors. Help me find peace to serve unseen. A gentle breeze stirred, brushing my face tenderly. The world hushed, sacred. A whisper on the wind nudged me toward unseen service, where healing begins with open hands and willing hearts. Beneath the ashes, spring buds peek through winter's chill, drawing me back to a transforming sight. No longer ruins, the neighborhood breathed anew, a testament to life's resilience. Fresh walls rose, stained with past smoke, now bright with hope. My heart, though scarred, lightened by silent guidance, led me to volunteer at a shelter for survivors. Small kindnesses became healing, soothing shared wounds. The drawing found its place on the shelter's wall, enduring hope, vibrant against fresh pain. As evening shadows embrace the earth, I prayed, shepherd of my soul, gratitude and resolve in my voice. Thank you for showing me the way. My worth lies not in victories, but in shared battles. Peace enveloped me, love's power realized in humble service, knitting community through compassion and shared humanity. Holy One, keeper of my heart, guide me where you see fit, that I may serve with grace unseen, rooted in your peace and purpose. Gather my hopes in your name, that they may bloom among the ashes. Amen. Echoes in the rain. Act I, neon reflections. The city lay beneath a somber blanket of rain, ethereal mist enveloping the landscape. Neon lights blurred into vibrant smears on wet pavement, like divine luminescent jewels scattered by a celestial hand. Each raindrop whispered heaven's beauty amid worldly disarray. Cold air turned breaths into white clouds, rising and vanishing, leaving a chill that seeped into bones. Eliza stood hunched beneath a cracked bus shelter, coat soaked, a silent sentinel against the downpour. Clutching a worn leather-bound journal, edges frayed from countless readings, she held a tether to her past, filled with prayers penned during quieter times. The wind tugged at her hair and frayed scarf, urging her to move beyond the melancholy threatening to settle, like the ever-present rain. Memories of an old psalm materialized, a distant comfort from childhood days at her grandmother's knee. Her grandmother's voice soothing like a lullaby, promised peace. Eliza's fingers hovered over damp pages, seeking the eternal shepherd's words to guide her through shadowy valleys. The psalm was a beacon in the storm, a reassuring reminder she was not alone despite turmoil. Desperate, she closed her eyes, trembling lips reaching into the divine. Lord of mercy, help me see beyond the downpour. My life feels as broken as these city streets guide me. I pray. Her voice, an echo in the rain, was quiet yet fervent, lifted to the heavens. Raindrops on the shelter's roof became a chorus, a symphony of heaven's tears mingling with her own. Forgiveness on the stairwell. Morning painted the city with pale gold light as the rain waned. The world held its breath, cityscape transformed with dawn's promise. Buildings, once veiled in night shadows, stood revealed, rain-washed streets glistening like pearls. Eliza stepped off the bus, at the foot of a crumbling stairwell leading to her apartment. The building, weathered by years, was a testament to enduring storms. Inside, her heart ached with old grievances. Unsaid things weighing heavily, memories crowded her mind. Each stair she climbed was laden with recollections of her fractured relationship with her brother. Their arguments, like brittle autumn leaves, scattered in irreparable damp concrete, smelled of laughter and secrets, reminding her of bonds once strong. Kneeling on the landing, Eliza inhaled deeply. Earthly scent grounding her clasped hands, she prayed, Holy One, give me courage to seek forgiveness and speak peace I cannot mend alone, what you can heal,
Her plea floated upwards, mingling with morning light through the stairwell window, casting hope around her bowed head. In surrender, a gentle nudge urged her onward, like spring buds pressing through earth after winter's chill. Seeds of peace planted in her heart, ready to bloom, her prayer lingered, an assurance of grace threading through her thoughts like a calming hymn. Dawn's renewal. Refreshed by prayer, Eliza rose, steps infused with purpose. A gentle resolve carried her to her brother's door. She knocked softly, heart pounding with fear and hope. Dawn's light streamed through a window, illuminating the hallway, reflecting her own hope, painting everything in hues of rebirth. The air felt alive with change, as if creation awaited transformation. Mark opened the door, surprise mirrored vulnerability. Longing within air between them shifted, charged with unspoken promise. I've been thinking about you, he admitted, words tentative as a fledgling's first flight, each step toward reconciliation. His eyes, reflecting dawn's colors, glimmered with the boy she remembered, the brother she longed for. Eliza reached out, hand finding his, trembling faith's olive branch. I've lived in past shadows too long. Mark, I want to move forward together. Will you forgive me? Her words, a bridge spanning their chasm, built on prayer and love's foundation. Pause followed, peace descending, as tangible as light through the window. Mark nodded, their embrace warm like sun through clouds, promising healing and new beginnings. The old psalm returned, no longer distant, but a living water current binding hearts in forgiveness and grace. Shepherd of our souls, thank you for guiding us through life's valleys. In your light we find courage to mend what is broken. May our work and words sing praises to you. Through every season, let us walk in your peace. Amen. The weight of memories, rain gently kissed the attic roof, its rhythm a soothing carmine to Margaret as she stood amidst boxes, each steeped in the scent of musk and thyme. Her fingers traced dust-covered surfaces, each box a doorway to moments past. Winter's chill seeped through the attic, and she clutched her scarf, a patchwork of memories, a gift from her late husband. The attic was more than storage, it was a sanctuary where time stood still. A melody drifted through her consciousness, an old hymn, abide with me, echoing from her past, coaxing her heart open amidst lingering pain. Seeking solace, she whispered a crisis prayer. Oh, shepherd of my soul, I feel lost in this sea of loneliness. Help me find my way. The doorbell broke the attic's quiet, and Margaret descended the stairs. Each creaky step pulling her from the past to the present. Opening the door revealed young Lily from next door. Rain-speckled and rosy-cheeked, her presence was fresh air, a hint of spring in Margaret's heart. "Hi, Mrs. Anders," Lily said, a shy smile playing on her lips. An invitation for dinner was extended, a thread of connection across Margaret's isolation. Lily's words, "We miss your stories," touched Margaret deeply, a moment of grace urging her back to life. A call for courage, returning to the attic. Margaret knelt among the boxes, her heart a tumult of emotions. The room held its breath, witnessing this pivotal moment. With sincerity, she offered a turning prayer. "Lord of mercy, grant me courage to step beyond my grief. Let me not be bound by the shadows of what was, but guided into the light of what can be." Outside, the rain softened to a whisper, nature responding to her plea with promises of renewal. The room felt lighter, wrapped in comfort and hope. A warmth kindled within her, dispelling isolation's chill. Dawn breaking over a long night, she felt God's nudge in quiet assurance. She was not alone. Stepping into unity with newfound resolve, Margaret wrapped her scarf around her shoulders, venturing into the night rain. The rain felt cleansing, doubts washed away. Each step was lighter, guided by the glow of a street lamp, a reminder of light after storms. Welcomed into Lily's warm home, Margaret embraced stories, laughter, and light. The clinking cutlery, aromas of shared meals, and gentle touches were prayers of gratitude, unspoken hymns of community. Her heart, once heavy, danced to this new symphony of togetherness. The room buzzed with sacred joy, a community welcoming her back into the light of shared lives. Lord of mercy, in my solitude you spoke, through gentle rain and soft whispers you guided my heart. Lead me always toward your light, grant me courage to embrace your community anew. In every face and heart, may I see your love. Amen. Amen. by the river. Act I, strum of silence. The evening air is crisp, gently prickling my skin with its coolness as I station myself by the river, my usual haunt. The sound of flowing water underscores the rhythm of city life, soft yet persistent. The river seems timeless, as if its eternal flow is whispering secrets from ages past. I strum my guitar, each note weaving into the twilight, creating a tapestry of sound that wraps around me like a comforting old coat. My fingers are worn and familiar with the strings. Each chord is like an old friend, but then a sharp twang disrupts the harmony. A string snaps, echoing my own uncertainty. The snapping reverberates in the silent pockets of air. My stomach knots in response as if sharing in the string's sudden break. For a moment, I stare at the broken strand, its loose end quivering in the breeze. Like my frayed spirit, I can feel the weight of the moment pressing down on me. The world blurring around the edges as disappointment tightens its grip. The people walking past, the steady rhythm of their steps, the soft murmurs of their conversations. Everything fades into the background. I bow my head, closing my eyes, not caring for the curious glances of passers-by. Lord of mercy, I whisper between breaths, my voice barely audible over the gentle rush of the river. I am lost. If music is my path, why does it feel so fragile? Guide me, for I am but a weary traveler in need of light. My prayer hangs in the air, unanswered, yet I wait in hope that somewhere he listens. A humming stranger, a pause in my lament allows other sounds to seep through. Footsteps, laughter, conversations, a tapestry of life that reminds me I'm part of something larger. Yet amidst this symphony, I catch a single soft hum. It stands out, a gentle melody that seems to dance with the floating notes of my broken performance. I open my eyes to find a passerby, a woman whose hum carries an odd familiarity, as if it's a part of the river song. Her eyes are calm, exuding a serenity that I find both inviting and inspiring. I watch her, captivated by the simplicity of her joy. The world seems to pause around us as if time itself is holding its breath. Our eyes meet briefly and she offers a comforting smile before continuing on her way. Her melody lingering in the air like the scent of blooming wildflowers. It's a momentary connection, yet profound, as if God had whispered through her tune, reaching into my soul and tugging at the strings of my heart, prompting a stir deep within me. Inspired by the serendipity of the encounter, I gather courage to offer another prayer, one of surrender and hope, feeling a new warmth swell within me. Holy One, I speak softly into the evening glow that seems to shimmer with a new light. I lay down my pride and doubt. Let your will tune my heart, guide my hands to bring light into every room I enter. Even if just for a moment, the prayer feels like a release, a letting go of the burdens I've carried for too long. A gentle breeze sweeps over me, and within it, a subtle nudge I feel, a divine assurance that I am not alone in my journey. The realization unfolds like the river's current, persistent, sure, and deceptively simple in its truth. With renewed determination, I wrap the broken string around a small pebble, a symbolic act of persistence and craft, letting this new understanding guide my path. The pebble feels smooth in my hand, a reminder that even broken things can find a place in the story. I secure the guitar with care and start to play, improvising with the remaining strings. The sound is different but still resonates, a testament to resilience. Each note rises in the evening air, weaving into the urban symphony. Transforming the ordinary into sacred, I find peace in the imperfection, a metaphor of God's grace in my life. The music flows through me, a living prayer, an offering to the one who sees the unseen. As the night deepens, the lamps along the river begin to flicker on, casting a warm glow, their light shimmering on the water's surface. People pause to listen, some nod in appreciation, and for the first time, I see myself not as a performer, but as a vessel for this light, this music. A small crowd gathers, drawn not by spectacle, but by the quiet miracle of music remade. I see hope in their eyes, and I realize in this sacred moment, heaven has touched earth. Shepherd of my soul, guide my steps with your wisdom. Grant me the courage to face the brokenness with faith, as I strive to be a light bearer in the shadows of this world. Teach me to listen with a heart open to your whispers. In your hands, let my journey be renewed and whole. Amen.
grace in the rain. Act I a night at the shelter. The rain danced upon the city streets as I hurried to the community shelter. Each droplet under the streetlights created a mosaic on the wet pavement. The persistent drumbeat of rain against my umbrella accompanied my brisk pace, while crisp air added mist to each breath inside. Warmth embraced me, contrasting the biting cold outside. The room buzzed with murmurs of people seeking refuge from the storm. As a volunteer, my task was simple yet profound, ensuring each bed had a blanket against the night's chill. Moving through the room, a subtle unease crept over me. We were short on blankets, and a man in the corner shivered under his thin jacket. His weary eyes reflected countless nights of survival. A knot formed in my stomach, a tangible sign of helplessness. Quietly I retreated to the supply room, seeking solitude amidst the bustling shelter. Lord of mercy, I whispered, my voice a breath against the rain's rhythm. Help me help them. Returning to the main hall, my heart felt heavy. The storm mirrored my inner turmoil. The rain, a reminder of the gap between need and provision. I couldn't produce another blanket, no matter how I wished. The man shifted again, his jacket visibly inadequate. An insistent thought entered my mind, a divine whisper. Let your table grow longer, it echoed, wrapping around my heart like an encouraging embrace. Shepherd of my soul, I pray, teach me to extend your grace. With resolve I approached him and offered my blanket, a gesture of sacrifice and necessity. His eyes widened in surprise before gratitude settled in. He accepted it with a nod, unspoken thanks softening his features. Amid sacrifice, peace washed over me, a balm for my earlier anxiety. The room glowed as if God's light had threaded through the rain outside. As time slipped away, it was time to leave. The storm persisted, an inescapable companion. Stepping into the drizzle, a fellow volunteer pointed to a young woman at the entrance. Her bare feet, reddened by the chill, stood stark against the wet ground. She hesitated, scanning for dry spots with longing, her shivering form a tableau of vulnerability. I felt it again, the divine whispers, unmistakable. Tug, Holy One. I prayed, show me how to step forward in faith. The answer was clear, untying my shoes. I offered them to her astonished, her gaze gaze met mine, disbelief and gratitude transforming her expression. Smiling softly, she slipped them on, each lace up an act of grace. Watching her walk away, each step carried renewed hope beneath the gentle rain. Turning homeward, the wet ground chilled my sock-clad feet. Each step a personal communion with the earth. Yet within me, warmth blossom, a joy from obedience, from becoming an instrument of God's unfathomable love. In these sacred moments, we were connected, each kind act weaving us into a greater tapestry of His love. Through small acts, God's table indeed grew longer, encompassing us in His infinite grace. The rain, though cold, carried whispers of angels, each drop a reminder of the divine presence we are called to emulate. Lord of all comfort, guide our steps in the path of your peace. May our actions reflect your love and kindness. Help us to extend grace wherever you lead us, with each prayer and step at us. Build your kingdom on earth.